Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we are looking at the Tisas 1911. Just start. All finished. Quick finishing pass, not too bad, and I'll probably do that. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. He's safe enough on the range. So here's the box that the Tisas comes in, and I love the retro look. I think that print is really nice. Now, two things I want to bring up before I open this box. One, I did buy this used, and two, the previous owner modified it slightly cosmetically. Let me show you what I mean. He was kind enough to polish some of the controls, that being the slide release, the trigger, the safety, hammer, barrel bushing, and spring cap. Underneath the foam, you'll notice that you'll get an owner's manual, barrel brush, and cleaning rod as well. Tisas is made in Turkey and imported by SDS Imports of Knoxville, Tennessee. Currently, the pistol comes in two calibers, 45 ACP and 9mm. This finish is a gray parkerization, and they actually did a really nice job of it. The serrations are beautiful, and the engravings are honestly just clean, deep, and they're just beautiful. The steel construction of both the slide and grip are hammer forged. The barrel is a rotary hammer forged barrel, and it's actually chrome lined. Let's see if I can show you that with a flashlight. There we go. So being that this is a reproduction A1, the front sight is just a solid front sight. The rear sight is windage adjustable. There's a picture of the barrel. It does come with a lanyard loop. It comes with one 7-round magazine made by Megar. And the really cool thing that I think is a nice touch is that they actually beveled out the magazine well. I think that was really nice on their part. So the internals on this particular pistol are Series 70 internals, and the difference between a Series 70 internals and Series 80, Series 70 do not have a lifter or plunger, basically like a firing pin block. Series 80s have that. What does that mean for the Series 70? Well, you're going to have a better trigger. The only downside is that in the very, very rare case, if this was dropped perfectly and your firing pin had enough basically weight and inertia to strike the primer, it could go off. If you were really concerned about something like that happening, you could just get a titanium firing pin. A lot of people have different feelings on these reproduction firearms, and I actually really like them. I really think this is a nice pistol. Why would I say that? Well, when I took this out of the case, I also took out a few other Colts that are new production, and I grabbed the slides, and you could actually rattle them. You could actually just shake them like this, and the slide would actually rattle. This one is extremely tight. You can see a little bit of movement there, and the trigger is amazing, and that's probably due in part by the Series 70. Now, reproductions, a lot of people like them, a lot of people don't. I'm not going to tell you how to feel about that, but I will bring this one point up. It is really nice to have a pistol like this for $300 to $400, because that's what they cost. Now, this one just cost me 280 bucks, so it was really hard to say no, but it sure beats the heck out of paying an awful lot more money for a pistol like this. But I do also understand how nice it is to have a nicer Colt. But this one, you can go out to the range, you can shoot. If it gets scratched, you're not going to cry about it. All right, let's do a quick trigger test on this. We got a snap cap in here. Let's load it up. Get this all in the frame. Put the gauge in there. It's like just a little over 4 1/4. Do it a couple more times for good measure. Looks like just a little over 4. Do it one more time. Oops, let's reset the gauge. And looks like 4 1/4. So that's the trigger weight on the Tisas. Anyhow, let's take a look at the internals on this. All right, let's take a look at the lower first. Honestly, it looks pretty clean. You can see that the feed ramp has been polished. They do that at the factory. And if the previous owner did fire this, he probably didn't fire this very much at all. Look at the slide. You can kind of tell that because not much parkerization has been worn off right here, where the rounds are fed up into the chamber. Take a look at those locking lugs. I'm gonna have to be honest, the machining on this looks pretty good. Take a quick look at the barrel. You can see where the polishing stopped. Take a look at the locking lugs. Well, let's get this put back together and see how it shoots. All right, we got some 230 grain full metal jacket Agula ammo. We're gonna see how it runs out of Tisas. I really need to practice 1911s more often. That hammer bite. Whew. Oh well. Okay, we got some 230 grain hollow points Winchester. Got one magazine in here, and I got one Wilson Combat magazine. We've had 2 failures to feed with the Wilson Combat magazine, so now we're going to try running the hollow points, see what happens. Again. Don't think I can blame this pistol. I think I have to blame these magazines. That's the 3rd time it's happened. I need to practice a bit more often. I think the spring tension is creating extra drag on the slide, so I got a couple of normal 7-round 1911 magazines with the same 230 grain Winchester hollow point ammunition. We're just going to run them here and see what happens. Okay, so honestly, the Tisas, for the price I paid, $280 for a used pistol,
it ran excellent. We did have a few failures to feed, and honestly, I think that's really all to do with the extended capacity magazines from Wilson Combat. There's got to be extra spring tension in there messing them up. I did not have one single failure to feed with the standard capacity 1911 magazines. So yeah, it's a great gun to shoot. I love shooting 1911s. I need to do it more often. As you can see, I got one heck of a hammer bite, and that just boils down to training and how you train. Obviously, I need to train a lot more with my 1911s. I can't remember the last time I shot one. I love them, but they are a different animal, that's for sure. It shot great. It also ran on full metal jacket and hollow point ammunition really well. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. In my opinion, I think it's a great buy. It's a bargain, honestly. And remember that loose is fast, brakes only slow you down. And this little cheap 1911, honestly, I think is a great value. Remember, be safe, have fun on the range, and we'll see you next time.